Hey there dorks, Sparrows here, and in anticipation for the new Pokemon Sun and Moon games, I'm going to share with you guys what teams I will be using during my playthroughs. This video does have spoilers, so if you don't want to see any of that, get lost. I'm also going to be covering both games because I'm one of those suckers that buys both games. So yeah, we'll have two teams to talk about. The first team I'm going to be talking about is my Pokemon Sun team, and that's actually what I'm going to do my first playthrough on. Now usually I start with blue box games as my main game, because I just love the cooler colors a lot more than the warmer colors. So I'll usually play like X or Sapphire over their counterparts. Now this generation, the version exclusives for Sun are actually way more down my alley than the version exclusives for Moon, so Sun is going to be my main playthrough. That said, when it comes to my starter for Sun, I know a lot of you heard me talk a big game about how much I love Primarina's design, and while I was probably leaning towards Popplio, when I figured out when they told us that Decidueye was a ghost type, I just had to pick it. You know how much I love ghost types, so we are picking a Rowlet as our starter, and we're naming it Leaf. Male or female, those are both spellings of Leaf, one male, one female, for no good reason, just because I think naming it after Leif Erikson is kind of cute. Next up on our team, we have Lycanroc Day. Now, Lycanroc Day is the primary reason why I'm going with Sun. It is so much cooler than Lycanroc Midnight. This is like the wolf Pokemon that we've always wanted, and I love it. And I don't mind that it's pure rock at all. I'm going to be naming my Lycanroc Nobu. Male or female, I think Nobu works. And even though it actually sounds more masculine, I prefer a female Nobu, I think. The next member of our team is Golisopod. He is so damn cool looking. I couldn't not use this thing. Even if I have to like play through the whole game with my only water type being Wimpod, I will do it. I will use this. I will bring this to the Elite Four and it will destroy everything. I'm going to be naming Golisopod Svengali if it's male or Clover if it's female. Once again, I'd prefer if I actually got a female Golisopod, because I think Clover's a really kind of endearing name for this monstrous prawn thing. Next on our list, we have another version exclusive, Passimian. Here's the thing, I don't usually like football or anything like that, but I really enjoy Passimian's design. I think it's a fighting type I would use, I would want to use, and I can't wait to figure out how to use this thing on a competitive team. That said, I'm naming this thing Lip after Philip Lip Gallagher from Shameless. I've been watching a lot of Shameless while I've been editing these videos, and I really love the character Lip, so I figured why not make the Passimian Lip. He's a rough kind of fighter kind of dude. He'll work. Next on our list is the last version exclusive that I wanted no matter what. My must have is Ninetales. Alolan Ninetales, Alolan Vulpix. They're so cute. And I'm naming her. It has to be a girl, without a doubt. Lady. Look at this little pretty lady. I don't care if I have to search for a bunch of Ninetales. I'm naming this cutie Golightly after Holly Golightly, the Audrey Hepburn character, because this thing looks like Audrey Hepburn. It is so cute. So cute. And then the last member of our team is Mimikyu. Right now, Mimikyu is going to become our channel mascot for the time being, and I just love the idea of Mimikyu, where he's unloved, but he wants to be loved. He's yearning for love. That's something we can all relate to, and I gotta love this Mimikyu guy. We're gonna name this little guy McLovin. I made a little mock-up ID for him. I took the McLovin ID from Superbad. If you haven't seen Superbad, McLovin is a fake persona that a high school student takes on so that he can buy alcohol. And the character McLovin is from Hawaii. And Mimikyu is also impersonating someone, and he is in the Pokemon equivalent of Hawaii. So it all kind of adds up in one way or the other. Quickly, I just want to look at what this team is weak against, what this team is strong against. If you guys haven't checked out this site, I will link it down in the description. You can make your own team with it, and it'll tell you what your weaknesses are and what your immunities are and stuff like that. This team is super weak to flying and steel. I haven't seen many steel types in Sun and Moon from what I can tell, so I'm not too worried about the steel. The flying, I don't really have too much to deal with the flying either, but as long as I use Lycanroc or Mimikyu for it, I don't think it'll be too big of an issue. Now moving on to my Moon team. For Moon, my starter is going to be Poplio. I pushed him off for Rowlet, and now I gotta bring him back on. Male or female, I'm naming this thing Rhapsody. I think that's a name that works both ways. That way I don't have to get really attached to a more feminine name, because I got one that's kind of feminine, kind of masculine, and, you know, asexual. The next member of our team that I just must have is this Minior. When Minior was first announced, I kind of felt on the fence about it. It seemed a little goofy, but the more and more that I've looked at fan art for it, the more and more I fall in love with it. And honestly, I was going to use this during my main playthrough, but then Lycanroc kind of took the spot and left the hole for Minior. So we're bringing on Minior. We're naming it Hollywood, which is a good name for either gender as a Minior. I don't know if Minior actually has gender. It's a rock thing, but yeah, we're naming it Hollywood, and in my mind it has like a big Hollywood persona where it's just like a member of Entourage, but a, like, you know, little flying rock thing. The next member of our team, we have Komodo. I'm probably going to hack in a shiny Komodo just for my playthrough because I really love the pink and yellow together, which is kind of crazy. It's like a huge clashing color palette, which I love. Aesthetically, that appeases me. We're naming this thing Vibrance because it's so dang colorful. And yeah, Vibrance is just gonna kick butt and look good doing it. Then I wanted to pick up a Salazzle. Salazzle, I didn't really care for Salandit all that much, but seeing the animation of Salazzle with like her whole underbelly lighting up into flames really sold me on the design. So we're getting a Salazzle, and after the Meowstic in our Pokemon Y Warlock, we are naming this Afrit. I feel like it's a nice fitting name for the Salazzle, and that's what we're gonna go with. The next member of our team, we're going with the normal type here. We're going with Komala. I wish Komala had an evolution, but that's neither here nor there. I still want to use this thing. Koalas are adorable, and I want to have one that will beat people to death with a log, because why not? We're naming this thing Marmite after the disgusting Vegemite Marmite paste that Australian people and New Zealanders eat. Not entirely sure what it's made of. I'm pretty sure it's just made of like devil's nectar, if you catch my drift. And then the last member of our team is kind of a surprise member for me. I didn't really like Morlul's design, but we're going with Shiinotic. Something about this design just draws me in, and that might be because it's supposed to be like this hypnotizing mushroom thing. It's very unsettling, and that's why I love it. And we're gonna nickname it Shush, because it gives me the heebie-jeebies, and I imagine it would just like lift its finger up to your lips and tell you to be quiet as it drags you into the forest. And then real quick, looking at their this team's weaknesses, I have a big ice weakness, but Salazzle and Primarina can take care of that, so that's not too big of an issue. And then I get 2 dragon resists, which is nice and appreciated. So that's it for my Pokemon Sun and Moon teams. Of course, these might change a little bit as I play through the game and sort of get attached to certain things. There's a lot of Mons that I want to use from the new game. I still wish that there was more Mons. Having less than 100 to pick from is kind of sad, but I'm sure I'll make do with these guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I'm gonna bring a lot more Pokemon Sun and Moon content, and you know what? Maybe some of it's gonna make you smile. And also leave a like if you were excited for Pokemon Sun and Moon like I am. Anyways, my name is Sparrows. Take care.